Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today, our group will be presenting our topic that we've chosen, benefits of Zakah. We're from section 417 and we have 4 members in our group, where we have Ahmad Ali bin Ahmad Zakah with his matric number 200,111, Ahmad Akmal bin Jazmi with his matric number 200,121, myself, Adi Fikri bin Ahmad Faizal with matric number 200,066, and our last member of the group, Abdulaziz Abqari bin Zaizim Kamasha with his matric number 200,056. We hope that you enjoy our presentation and we proceed. Now, going to a zakat, we see by definition in the aspect of language, it's pure, it's fertile, it's praiseworthy, it's every means of good. It is a righteous act. It is the best possible thing that we as Muslims are able to do, as it is also the 4th pillar of Islam. It is obligatory for us Muslims to conduct this particular activity whenever, annually and regularly, because to be a true Muslim, we must do everything that needs to be done within our reach.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Abdulaziz Abqari and I'm going to share about importance of zakat. We see that every action has a meaning behind it. What about zakat? What's so important about zakat? So, the basic and the essential importance of the zakat is the purification of soul. It purges the lust of wealth, infuses the fear of Allah in men's heart, and makes one amenable to good deeds. Let us now turn to the secondary importance of the zakat. It provides basic necessities to the poor Muslims. The Quran, which regards the payment of the zakat to be a mark of the righteous Muslim, mentions its details in the following words: "And giveth his wealth for love of him, to kinsfolk, and to orphans, and the needy who ask, and to set the slaves free." Surah number 2, ayat 177. This quotation makes it quite obvious that there is also a social and economic aspect of the zakat, without which its Islamic concept remains incomplete. A person who sets apart a portion of his income for the poor undoubtedly arranges for the purification of his soul. Still, this act alone will not suffice for the construction of this pillar of the faith. This act will attain its true object and subscribe to the completion of the 3rd pillar of the faith only when he will actually pay that portion of income to deserving men. It is true that the primary importance of the zakat is the purification of the soul, but it is equally true that unless it serves the needs of the poor, its real purpose will remain unattained. This duty will be done when the zakat will reach their hands. This is the reason why the Quran has regarded the zakat as a right of the poor and the affluent class of the society. Among the secondary importance of the zakat, one is the help and support of Islam. While giving the details of the beneficiaries of the zakat, the Quran says the alms are only for the poor and the needy, and for those who collect them, and those whose hearts are to be reconciled, and to free the captives and the debtors, and for the cause of Allah, and for the wayfarers. Surah number 9, ayat 60. The words, "the cause of Allah," denote the struggle made for Islam, particularly for meeting the requirements of the holy wars. It clearly means that meeting the financial requirements of the holy war is also an importance of the zakat.
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. My name is Ahmad Ali bin Ahmad Zakah. I am from section 470. Today I'm going to be your presenter for the topic of spiritual benefits of zakat. Okay, before I start, there is one quote from Google which is, "Do good with a good heart and expect nothing from the person and you will never be disappointed." So what does this quote mean? Okay, for an example, when you give 1k, 1000 to a person and you expect that person to give the same amount of money to you back, but he didn't give it to you, he or she didn't give it to you, what will you feel? Of course, first thing first, you will feel angry, right? And second, you feel sad, and third, you feel disappointed. Am I right? Okay, so we must not have this kind of feeling. We must always know that Allah is always watching us, and He will reward us for whatever good deeds that we do. Okay, so what is the meaning and concept of spiritual benefits? As a Muslim, when we perform zakat, we granted a significant pleasure from the Almighty Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Allah will remain our heart in peace, inshallah, as long as we always remember Him wherever we are, whatever we do, whenever it is. We must always remember Him. We must always remember Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. For my first point, the benefit to our spirit is Allah will remove the minor sins by giving zakat, as the Prophet ﷺ said, giving charity wipes away sins just as water extinguishes the fire. Look at that, it's just as easy as that. Allah is so is so good to us. He loves us, so we must grab this opportunity to seek for Allah's blessing. Okay, so for my second point is, it will purify, increases, blesses the remainder of our wealth for the will of Allah, to acknowledge that everything we own belongs to Him. By Ibn Khuzaimah and At-Tabarani, whoever pays the zakat on his wealth will have his evil removed from him. What is the evil? The evil is the selfishness in our heart. It will remove by Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala by performing zakat. What does it give benefits to you? You will be a more kind-hearted person, and you will have a better life for sure, inshallah. For my third point is, paying zakat results in a great reward from Allah Almighty. The Prophet ﷺ said, whoever give away charity the size of a date, which is earned lawfully, since Allah only accepts the good lawful things, Allah will indeed take it with His right hand and cause it to grow from its honor, just as one of you raise up his coat to the point that the charity will become like the size of a mountain. From this, get that, just by giving away a size of a date, the charity will become as big as a mountain. That is why we must always do a good deed, because Allah will reward us, will bless us until our last breath, so that we will enter the heaven in the name of Allah. So my fourth point is, it makes one reach the rank of the perfect believer. The Prophet ﷺ said, none of you truly believe until he loves his brother what he loves himself. What does it mean by this? To obtain the title of the perfect believer, you need to always take care of the Muslims. You must always have a strong bond with them, so that Islam will always be at the top of the world. So in a conclusion, I think performing zakat give a lot of benefit to our spirit. We for sure be closer to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, and we will never enter the hell, inshallah. So that is all from me. Thank you, arigatou gozaimasu. So let's proceed to the next presenter, Ahmad Akmal bin Ahmad Jazmi.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ahmad Akmal, and now I will talk about individual benefits of Zakah. Perfecting and completing the Islam of a slave, because it is one of the pillars of Islam. So if one does it, his Islam will be complete and perfect. There is absolute no doubt that this is a great aim for every Muslim individual. Actually, every Muslim individual seeks to complete his religions. It is proof of the truthfulness of the faith of he who gives zakah. This is because money is loved by souls, and what is loved cannot be sacrificed. except in return for something similar to or more better than it. Therefore, it is called Sadaqah, charity, for it indicates the truthfulness of the request of its prayer for the pleasure of Allah the Almighty. Next, it purifies the morals of the various prayers of Zakah. It dissociates him from the group of misers and includes him in the group of the generous. This is because if one used to give, be it knowledge, money or honor, then giving will become natural for him, to the extent that he may feel sad on the day in which he does not give anything, such as the hunter who used to hunt. If he delays his hunt on a specific day, if he feels sad. The same thing applies to the one who gets himself accustomed to being generous. He feels sad when a day passes by without giving out money, honor, and benefits. Then, it is one of the causes of entering paradise. This is because paradise is for those who use to soft speech, spread the greeting of Islam, feed people, and spend the night in voluntary prayer while the people are asleep. From Hadith Ahmad and Tirmidhi, all of us earnestly seek to enter paradise. Fifthly, the salvation from the intense heat of the day of resurrection. The Prophet ﷺ, may Allah exalt his mentions, said, "Every man will be in the shade of his charity on the day of resurrection." From Hadith Imam Ahmad. Furthermore, he ﷺ, may Allah exalt his mention, said regarding the 7 categories of people whom Allah the Almighty will shade with the shade He creates on the day when there will no shade but His, a man who gives in charity so secretly that his left hand does not know what his right hand spends. From Hadith Al-Bukhari and Muslim. So we go to the next presenter, Adik Fikri.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and hi again. You probably know me from introductions where my name is Adit bin Ahmad Faizal, and I'll be telling you my part within the social benefits of Zakah. So, looking into the benefits of Zakah, it affects us socially. We're giving alms regularly and annually to help and support the asnafs. We're helping them in every means necessary within our reach, within our rights. We, as Muslims, are all in this together till the end. That's why, with Zakah in place, we're allowing ourselves to help one another in every possible way. So, looking into my first point about this topic, which is about strengthening the bond between us Muslims. By performing Zakat, we're constructing a bond that will be impenetrable because we are raising money and awareness towards the needy, which is the asnaf. We are also ensuring peace between one society, community, and country because we are better together than apart, and we prosper as one than none. So by Sheikh Ali Ar-Rajawi in his book Hikmah At-Tashri wa Falsafatahu, he said, among the wisdom of paying zakat is to bring peace in the country. He gave many reasons and arguments to justify the statement, which clearly shows the plight of community, state, country, and place where neglect to issue zakat occurs. Worst consequences lead to murder, crime, theft, and even many are arrested and put in jail for property and financial reasons. Looking into my second point, which is looking after the poor and needy. We know that the asnaf are not able to have anything with the currency of living because they may not have the property, may not have the livelihood, the money as us, the item as us. But with zakat, we Muslims are able to fund their livelihood for a while financially or by other means possible. Also, by conducting sedekah is also a good thing, a good way to help them because we are able to give them, we are able to help them at any time and anywhere within our reach and within our right. So, by this act of righteousness, we are loved by Allah. We are looked upon by Allah. He gives, and we are blessed by Him because Like we know that zakat and sedekah is a righteous act within our religion, within our society. So inshallah Allah will place us in His heaven, and it will be a delightful experience for us in the hereafter. Moreover, by looking after the poor and needy, it helps prevent financial crimes as robbery and stealing. This is because the poor will receive this what satisfy their needs. So they will excuse the rich from their wealth. This is very good, so that they won't resort to violence, and we can respect them, they respect us, and we'll, like I said before, share our bond and have a connection and strengthen our relationship so that we can be a better community, a better religion, and a better society. So, from Hadith Muslim, whoever relieves a believer's distressful aspects of this world, Allah will rescue him from the difficulties of the hereafter. Whoever alleviates the situation of in a dire straits who cannot repay his debt, Allah will alleviate his lot in both this world and in the hereafter. Whoever conceals his fault of a Muslim, Allah will conceal his fault in this life and the hereafter. So that concludes my section, which is social benefit of zakat. I hope you enjoyed my section and understood clearly. I hope that my pronunciation and my wording won't be that terrible. And yeah, now I'll pass my stage onto the economic benefit of zakat. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Abdul Aziz Abqari, and I'm going to explain about economic benefits of zakat. So, what is zakat? Zakat means purification, which indicates that a payment makes the rest of one's wealth legally and religiously pure. Zakat is one of the pillars of Islam that can give a lot of advantages to the economy. First and foremost, zakat can encourage to the economic stability, which is important to our nation. When all Muslims pay zakat, the amount of the poor will be decreased because the poor are eligible to receive the zakat. Hence, it can enhance their life, at once stabilize our economy. Secondly, zakat can increase the collective welfare, which is important to the economy. This is because the zakat funds can be utilized in school and hospital to help poor. Hence, it can make their life better than usual, at once increase our economy. In conclusion, zakat is a wonderful obligation to us Muslims as it is the fourth pillar of Islam. The purpose of zakat is to help society share the pleasurable gifts from Allah and gives the unfortunate a purpose of life. All the content shared are under the context of zakat. This fourth pillar of Islam is a wonderful gift from us privileged to the poor. We as Muslims share a bond between one another for the prosperity of one safe being. That's all for me. Thank you.